My name is Jeff. It's Hefe, man.
Focus.
Please, we don't know anything. You have to believe us. We'd help you if we could.
Yep.
But you're helping us already.
Forgive him, my lord. He did not mean to offend.
Quiet, you!
No sign of Hugo.
I'll wager he thinks as highly of his minions' traps as we do.
Then this should be easy.
Don't hurt us. I beg of you.
Quiet means quiet, branded scum.
Dat is ook niet aardig. Alright, we kunnen fight. No powers.
It's going to be all right.
Yo, wat yo? Had je dat eraf gehad?
I'm
Wacht.
here to even the odds.
Oh, serieus? Oh, nee. Niet gezien.
Sit here. Come on. Go. Summon the others. The bearers.
Safe.
The Tower of Thunder.
Sid dies here.
Oh. Dat was een beetje te.
Outlaws in here. Bring me his head.
How many are there? Titan sends his regards.
Enough of this. Let him play with the kitten.
They brought a pet.
You'll pay for what you've done, Sid.
Those things are fast.
We'll have to be faster.
Yep, ik was zeggen, ja, vaster.
Get him.
Jezus, 840 of zo. Huh.
To hell with this!
They'll tell Hugo.
Let them. There's been more than enough bloodshed for one day.
No.
Murderer. All of our friends are dead because of you. Do you hear me? They used us as bait. Bait to lure you out of your stinking hole, all because you couldn't just let things be.
What are you even doing here? We never asked to be saved. Did you think we'd thank you? They'll never forgive us. We're all marked now.
Okay, let's kill him.
For 5 years we fought to secure a better life for our kind. To
Ondankbaar
see that we are
kuttengozer.
treated as equals. Do you not want that?
What we want is to be left alone. Every time you show your faces, it is we who suffer.
It's
Kom
all
dan.
right. I'm sorry.
What? For what?
Just leave us be. This is our home, and this is where we'll stay.
Sid told us this wouldn't be easy. They'll come round.
If you say so.
We should go. That night 5 years ago, we destroyed what for many was a symbol of hope. For a reason they'll never know. We cannot blame them for thinking us the cause of their misery. Though it's to give them a better tomorrow, they see only that we've made their lives harder today. Yet the boil must be lanced if it is to heal.
I can't help but wonder if we've made the right choice.
When Sid said that he wanted to create a world where we were free. Free to choose our own path. I honestly don't think it mattered to him if that choice was right or wrong. Only that it was our own.
I miss him.
A world where we can live and die as equals. That's what he wanted. What we want. And that's why I bear his name. It's why we've all chosen to bear his legacy.
Het gaat wel een beetje een janker te worden, man.
And I'm not going to let anything stand in our way.
Rides over, lovebirds, home sweet home.
What does Gav have to say?
The Republican army is on the march, leaving Randalar in Hugo Kupka's charge. With him and his men occupied with the defense of the capital, they're less likely to trouble us.
Good news, then.
It's more than that. This is our chance. The one we've been waiting for.
But look how far we've come. All that we have here, our friends, the hideaway, are they not cause for joy?
5 years. 5 long years. If I could only command this power I've been granted, we might have achieved so much more. But each time I reach for it, it's like something is holding me back.
Summoning an icon exacts a price not easily paid. Your body knows this only too well. It's merely trying to save you from yourself.
And every burden I cannot bear falls to you.
This mission of ours has made me question everything I thought I knew. But one thing has become abundantly clear. The crystals take more than they give. In exchange for momentary comfort, we must endure a lifetime of pain, war after war, loss upon loss. And now they rob us of our very homes, leaving naught but dust and ash. But you're trying to change that. We're trying to change that. And to me, that's no burden.
I know, but...
Try not to forget. We're only here because Joshua gave us a second chance. It would be a pity to waste such a precious gift.
Ja, zou Joshua nou echt dood zijn? Ik weet niet, we hebben niet...
He did. He was there. It wasn't an illusion. I heard him call out to Ultima.
Flashbang.
If Joshua is still alive, he'll be looking for that thing.
Do you think he will ever come back?
I know he will. And we must be ready when he does. To a world without mother crystals. To Sid.
Ah, still alive. Cool.
And so the North is lost.
I knew that the Blight spread ever more swiftly, Your Grace. But this is far, far worse than any could have imagined.
It is only a matter of time before the twins are no more. The world marches ever closer to its end, and here we chase shadows. Tell me, brother, are our efforts in vain?
Ik bedoel, ze weten wel... In ieder geval, hij weet waar zijn broer is in ieder geval. Toch, zo'n kuit. Waarom gaat hij niet gewoon daarheen? Join forces.
Master Clive, a moment if you... my apologies, I didn't mean to... intrude.
Not at all. We were just discussing strategy.
Speak freely, Otto.
It's Martha, from the inn. She's gone missing. Anyway, I'll be in the mess when you've finished.
Anyway, that's it.
Very well.
Martha, are you hurt?
Don't worry about me. It's them at the Abbey who need you. You have to do something.
Tell us what happened.
What happened? The damn Black Shields, that's what happened.
The Black Shields?
The bastards caught wind. The abbot and I were helping bearers. They were gonna hang us both. When the sick rose from their beds, poor souls turned on the Imperials. Distracted them long enough for me to get away.
Then they may still be alive. Martha, do you think you can make it back to the inn? Cole is there with the other curse breakers.
I think so. Thank you, Clive.
Dus altijd als we wel kunnen lopen. Hè? Hè? Jo.
No.
Damn it.
I thought you lot were all spent.
Murderers. They drove the bearers to this.
Wait. These two aren't turned.
That bitch of an innkeeper must have sent them. Colluding with the enemies of the Empire is a serious offence.
Come on now, mate.
And for their crimes shall they be punished. Such is the law.
Oh, fuck your laws.
To dwell in darkness that we may purge the night and welcome
Fuck
lasting
them
dawn.
laws.
On these our swords we swear.
How dare you speak those words? Have you no honor?
Clive.
This won't take long. Is that all of them?
I think so. I didn't see the abbot. He may still be alive.
We've laid the abbot to rest. But the bearers... they didn't need to die like this.
No, they didn't. But it was their choice. They knew the fate that awaited them and chose to meet it on their terms, fighting for those who fought for them.
Martha said they rose from their beds, threw themselves at the Imperials so she and the abbot could escape.
I've gathered the bearers' remains. We should consign them to the tide.
There's a drawbridge not far from here. Radix jump. The currents there are swift. If the abbot was still with us, he'd have taken the dust there himself and performed the casting. I'll get someone to...
I'll do it.
Of course. Cole and I will remain here and see to the Imperials.
You handy with that sword of yours? Course you are. Bet you're a bloody marvel with the thing. Now, question is, are you willing to use it or not? Because a flock of noble chocobos are in need of help.
Chocobos?
You heard me right. Wild birds? Hmm? The big ones? And not just any chocobos at that. Whiteheart and her flock are the bravest birds you ever did see. They protect travellers round these parts from bandits and the like.
Chocobos? Fighting bandits?
It's true. Why, they saved me from a gang of footpads only yesterday. Nasty lot they were too. And now... Well, go on then. There's a good...
Where can I find these?
I saw him cut across the way over yonder. The rotten scoundrels were driving the poor things towards the old... You saved Whiteheart and her flock, you hear me? And don't worry. You'll know her when you see her right enough.
I'm sure I will.
And good luck to you. And give those no good back.
A white feather. I thought Ambrosia was one of a kind. Speaking of brave birds, looks like they went that way.
Do you know the way?
We got you cornered, Feathers. You didn't think you'd seen the last of us, did you? You've been bad for business. But I reckon someone will pay good coin to mount your head on their wall.
Not around here, they won't.
He's talking like AI on
why's
the
that,
wall.
Because she's something of a hero in these parts. You hurt her, and I hurt you.
Piss off.
Well, I hurt you anyway.
Still.
Healer.
How about we hurt you both?
All right then.
Go.
But don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah. Like this, mother. But so this out. I am the thunder. Who are you?
Nice try.
Ability finish. Ow. Okay. Sure, no thanks,
You're safe now. White heart, I presume. Do you know her, boy? That scar. It couldn't be. Ambrosia. It is you. You survived. And you found yourself a flock.
Oi! Is it over? I thought I'd come and see how you were getting on. Oh, well, you sorted the bastards then. I knew you would. And the whole flock made it through unscathed.
Thankfully, they did. And not only that.
3 minutes later.
Well, I'll be. I never stopped to think our hero here might once have been someone's mount. Though I dare say she'd suit a fine fellow like yourself. Reckon our feathered friend must have learned a thing or two from her master. Kind-hearted warrior that you are. Bird like her would have cost a princely sum. You born a lord or something?
Well,
Oh, no, sorry, I didn't mean to pry. Don't matter who you are. You done right by me.
What is it, girl?
She wants her master back, I reckon. Told you. And it seems our pals agree.
Is that it? You want to come with me?
Well, bugger me if this ain't a heartwarming sight. The lads down the stables will be hearing about this tonight. Oh, stay right where you are.
Huh? Yeah, Chocobo. Yeah. Oye. Sky patch.
Doesn't she cut an handsome figure, eh?
She does indeed. How much do I owe you?
A few scraps of leather's the very least I owe old Whiteheart. Oh, I'll be sad to see her go, of course. But she's earned her right to happiness and more besides. Don't you worry, we'll get along just fine without her. You hear that, Whiteheart? You've earned yourself some time off. You have fun traveling with your master now. You seem awful familiar now I get a proper look at you. That's it. When those chocobos swarmed my cart on the road, didn't you? No, that can't be right.
Wow, dat moet je toch wel weten. Dat was niet zo lang geleden.
Must have been my double.
Oh, must have been, eh? Oh, that'll be the excitement getting to me. Silly sod that I am. Pay me no mind. Anyhow, best be on my way.
Dat is niet zo lang geleden.
Good luck to the both of you.
Dat is 5 jaar, valt er mee. Dat weet je toch.
You take care of your flock for now. I'll call you when I need you.
Sorry, Gav. Got distracted, mate.
Clive! Oh, I've missed that scowl.
Where's my report?
What, no kind words for your old pal Gav?
If it's kind words you're after, you're fishing in the wrong barrel. Now sit down, you fool.
So, you remember how quick the Empire was to occupy the Dominion after the fall of Drake's head? And how pissed off all the other nations were that they didn't think to do it first?
Half a century of independence gone at the whim of a madman. So much for their bloody treaty.
Clearly, the promise of unblighted land and the world's supply of crystals was too much for his radiance to resist. And now the Republic's finally decided to follow suit, using liberation as an excuse to declare war on Sambrek. Lined up right outside the Dominion's gates as we speak, looking to starve the Imperials into submission.
And now all eyes are on the Strait of Author.
While the two nations beat their shields, the rest sharpen their daggers, ready to set upon the war-weary victor. They'll never see us coming. It's time we moved on the mother crystals. Four mother crystals remain in Storm and Ash. Drake's Breath, near Ironhome. Drake's fang in Dhalmekia, Drake's spine in Waloed, and Drake's tail here in the Crystalline Dominion.
With the bulk of the Republican army marching to Twinside, Drake's fang will be left exposed.
That is exactly the move Kupka would anticipate. And if there is anything these past 5 years have taught us, is that he loves his traps. There is one place, however, where nobody will be expecting us to go.
Drake's breath.
There's a shitload of sea between us and it, and I've never been much of a swimmer.
I have an acquaintance in Port Isolde who may be able to help.
Who's that then?
My uncle, Byron Rosfield.
My uncle.
Lord Byron Rosfield of the Seven High Houses, the trade magnate with holdings in over 100 cities. Wait, Rosfield. And you're a Rosfield, of course.
Wow.
My uncle's name gave him his start in the world, but it was his acumen which earned him his fortune, along with a handsome fleet of ships.
Well, it's settled then. What are we waiting for, eh? Huh?
Blood, Clive.
Blood.
And still wet.
Why don't you lick it?
You were told to stay in your homes.
The Black Shields.
Wow, it's a corona time. You were told to stay in your homes.
You know who we are. And
Snavelblok.
still, you would bear your steel.
Blijf binnen.
Why then? We owe you our thanks. You have saved us the trouble of an interrogation. To dwell in darkness, that we may purge the night and welcome lasting dawn.
You speak in tongues, mate.
On these, our swords we swear.
Say that again.
Okay.
I'll show you a truth, Rosaria.
Pew, pew. Big dude, man. Over. Yes, hoppa. Very nice. Well, now what?
Tell me what I want, and the end will be swift. Who are you looking for?
Will be swift.
Why you?
Why?
We come bearing a message. Your friends have been found. The branded you freed from our camps. They await you in Ordeal. Guardians of the Flame.
Those are Old Hill's gates.
Then we hurry. Find something, boy. Death.
around.
Zo. Je moeder is ziek, man. Ben ik dik daar. Staat maar eens aan de bekende zo. Is dat het? Hè?
This was my mother's doing.
But why? Why would anyone?
I don't know.
Scare people
I
away.
never truly understood her. But this...
Oh, Clive.
Psychological warfare, mate.
I will learn what madness drives her, and I will end it.
Yeah, she's sick in the head, but she is. It's not fun.
We should go.
Oh, you bugger.
Yes.
Let us pass! My children are starving! Have mercy! Voice-ridden dogs they are! You can't ignore us forever!
Let us in, or we'll die on your doorstep!
Better out there than in here!
Oh, enough!
Fuck off!
And you chinless bastards! Those crystals belong to us all!
I said, where were you, filth? Back to your stalls! Cut you down where you stand!
Destroy it!
No chance of slipping through unnoticed.
Oh,
We need
shit.
to find another way in.
Or we need to fight. Oops.
Not abandon them.
What the fuck are we doing?
Visitors!
Apologies. We'll show ourselves out.
Oké, we hebben een healer, blijkbaar. Een tweede healer. Oké, eerst de healers.
Or not.
Yep. That is what's happening, bro. Come to class.
I've only ever seen one man fight like that. And he's long dead.
Then perhaps it's time you joined him.
The blessing of the Phoenix. It can't be. I was there when you died. Huh? Forgive me, my lord.
Oi.
I knew not whom I addressed. You have naught to fear from us.
Okay, cool.
Founder, it really is you.
Eindelijk.
It is.
Dat is die helpen.
So wait.
We can speak inside.
Red nadat ik al zijn man heb afgeslacht. Oké, sorry mate. Shit.
And those who wouldn't bend the knee?
We left before the Empire could make examples of us, though we didn't go far. And we banded together to form the Guardians of the Flame soon after. Alas, there is only so much a handful of aging shields can do against the might of an empire. But we've seen to it that their stay has been anything but pleasant. Of late, though, we've had our hands full just trying to keep the Duchy's few remaining bearers out of the Imperial's clutches.
The Cullings. We saw what happened in Old Hill.
Aye. The foul work of the Black Shields and their mistress.
You mean my mother? But it doesn't make sense. Even knowing what I know about her.
She's possessed, mate.
Her hatred for bearers was no secret, but she wouldn't have been ignorant of their value to the realm.
Ultima? You dead, yeah?
No offense, my lord. But in case you haven't noticed, the Lady Annabella couldn't care less about the realm. She barely even cares for her own home. That much has been plain since the slaughter at Eastpool. And, since granting the Holy Emperor a new heir, her obsession with bearers only seems to have grown. As to why, I don't know. Maybe she can't bear the thought of anyone having the power to challenge her beloved son.
Her son.
Sir Wade, the Black Shields have broken camp. They march in full force for Buick Bridge.
Then so do we.
Make ready.
This is their main host. If we remove the head, perhaps we can prevent what happened at the docks from happening somewhere else. If I do nothing, then the blood of their next victims will be on my hands.
Yours and ours. We too have witnessed the crimes these men who dare call themselves shields have committed in my mother's name. It cannot be allowed to continue. We must put a stop to this madness.
We must. So let us go with you. For the good of Rosaria.
I was hoping you'd say that. Very well. If that is your wish, I would be honored to serve at your side.
And we at yours.
So Wade, let us do our duty.
With pleasure, my lord.
And how long has my uncle been funding you and your comrades' endeavors?
Since the beginning. Lord Byron was the first person I turned to after forming the Guardians. And had I known of this tunnel back then, I wouldn't almost have been hanged by the city guard for trying to sneak over the wall.
I suppose a formal request for an audience would have appeared suspicious.
And appearances must be maintained. Were the Vice-Regency to catch wind of Lord Byron's involvement in our movement, they'd seize his estate and send him to the gallows, where he would be of no use to anyone. And so, though it sickens him to the soul, he plays the part of the loyal lord, knowing that one wrong move might prove his downfall. It is why he remains ever vigilant. Don't be surprised if he refuses you an audience, especially since you're famously dead.
Then I will have to think of a way to prove that I am neither wraith nor wrongdoer.
Oh, dus zijn zogenaamd
I might have
doodgeweest.
something which could help with the latter.
Really?
It's the mark of the Guardians.
Dan moet je
Display it,
Joshua
and those who
openen.
love Rosaria will know where your loyalties lie.
You accept the burn plate. Burn plate.
I shall wear it with pride.
Be sure that you do, I don't want my men attacking you again. Unless you deserve it.
Probably.
If only Sir Tyler could have been here to see you. Or the Lord Commander.
Thank you, Sir Wade. If there is ever anything you need.
I know. Go on now, my lord.
Kidding. Oké, ik heb iets gekregen, dus ik ben heel vergeten. Plate iets met shit. Eat the lights.
How accommodating. Do you really think they believe we are who we say we are?
Not a chance.
Nou best wel.
Right, I guess. My uncle believes we're imposters here to rob him. And means to string us up himself.
Wie is oma? Is het de grote? Nee, die grote gast. Oh, nee, toch niet. Dus dat is zijn oom.
Imagine my surprise when I was told my nephew had come to visit. Clive Rosfield died long ago.
Oh, ze denken echt dat ze...
And for uttering his name here, you shall pay with your tongue.
Bruh, can't you see? Can't you see? I am your family. What?
You would mock me as well?
It is I, Sir Crandall of Camelot, loyal servant to Her Serene Holiness, Saint Sybil the Unshod. Meadow, thou vile sorcerer, for thy crimes against church and crown, I shall have thy head.
Memories, bro. Memories, say.
Curse thee, infectious flax wench. Even in death, must thou plague me still? Very well. I shall open the gates of hell, that thou might see thy charge once more.
Nice.
Bravo, Uncle. You're still the finest Maddo in the twins.
Oh, Clive, my dear boy, it's really you. You always were fond of that scene from The Saint and the Sanctuary. Never did let me play Sir Crandall.
I have a favor to ask, Uncle Byron.
Rutherford, inform the kitchens. There'll be guests. We dine immediately.
But, Uncle...
You can't very well regale me with the tale of your miraculous preservation on an empty stomach. Go on, sit.
Yeah, miss, have a good time. For a little bit. Come on, man.
See that you use the good plates, Rutherford. So you arrived late to one of her cullings, did you? Since becoming Vicereine, Annabella has been a constant thorn in Rosaria's side, but these atrocities are a new low. Something has changed. Quite what, I don't know, but the woman we knew is gone, and a monster sits in her place.
A monster.
For better or worse, I've been charged with governing this town, and thus must maintain the illusion of obedience. That's all I can do to aid Wade and his merry band of revolutionaries.
So he's told us. You have risked much for Rosaria. Our nation will be forever in your debt.
It has been 20 years, Clive. The nation your father and your forefathers fought to defend is no more.
Dat is lang,
Perhaps
dat is
it would
lang.
be otherwise had I the courage of my brother. All right, if it's a ship you require, a ship you shall have. I've a galley in port, but recently relieved of her cargo. She can be outfitted for the voyage in a matter of weeks.
So you believe us then? About everything?
Tuurlijk, familie.
Believe you? Ha! Only a fool would believe even half of the things you claim. But until tonight, only a fool would have believed my nephew still lived. And besides, I have it on good authority that Clive is telling the truth.
Whose authority?
Your own, of course. You've always been a terrible liar.
Is that true?
It's not untrue.
Let's say no more about it, eh? It wouldn't do to linger on my nephew's greatest failing.
Ja, dat is een beetje een goody moment. Uncle.
One thing I cannot believe, though, is all this about you being Sid. You were always such a good boy. But now you're quite the outlaw.
Outlaws.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, would make me an outlaw's uncle.
That's good, yeah? You like it.
Why then, who shall we pillage first? Rutherford, fetch me my cutlass. This will be fun.
This guy is hyping this shit up, man.
Over there. Go on.
She's a fine ship, isn't she? Once outfitted, she'll bear us across the boiling sea to Drustinus in the space of 3 days.
Ik moest het doen.
Something on your mind?
Monsters.
Something on your mind. Yeah, monsters.
When I served the Iron Kingdom, I did so because I saw no other choice. Because once they learned that Lash would not move me, they turned it on those who could. And so I became their puppet. I let them pull my strings, telling myself it was not my hand that swung the sword, but another's. I removed myself from the truth so I wouldn't feel the pain it caused.
You have changed a lot. Yes.
And before I knew it, I no longer felt anything. Anything at all. I had become a monster.
Jill.
I don't want to be a monster, Clive. Do you understand? I want to choose a different path, a better path. To live on my own terms. But before I can do that,
Ik heb het veranderd.
I need to come to terms with my past.
Sure.
And when you do, I'll be standing there with you, just as you stood with me.
Very good. Good answer. Ding, 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 ding.
Clive. I must atone for my sins. Only then, when it's done, will the monster cease to be.
Just promise me that you won't die with it. Now, let's get some sleep.
That's good.
The journey back to Benamir is long, and there is much to tell the others.
Beetje backstory of the other characters. The main characters. Other characters. Main.
Not keeping them in one piece, I can tell you that. Just in case you they will fall for the trap. Into a dream where reality from this fantasy, the nightmare, the truth, the wrath, I pay back the misery. Pay back the misery, that's the way. Open the A-path in the gate, since I go beast mode, yeah, insane. Hunted down as the enemy became the prey. To the enemy warriors, this is just